Hello and welcome to the Modcast. I'm here with Zenrot,
Hello?
Penta,
Hey, hey.
Coley,
Hey.
Coenl,
Hey guys.
and I'm Wokey. And now I'm going to give it over to Zenrot to actually start the show.
Okay. So first, Conal, how do you pronounce your name? Because that's going to bug
You've
me if
got
I
it.
have to say it. Is it Conal?
That's
Okay.
it.
Why don't you tell everyone what you do on the sub and, your preferred version of the game and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, sure thing. So I am the official CSS and Python moderator for the sub, which means I handle kind of just the look and feel and any of the automated stuff that goes on. So you can complain to me when Flarebot deletes your post. And I play global as my main, but I also have sort of a Japan alt that I play just to keep up with what's going on over there.
Okay. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Should we start with Japan and get it out of the way? Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. We have a global guy. Let's get Japan out of the way.
Okay, let's get Japan out of the way first, and then we'll actually talk about that version of the game we promised we would last week and didn't.
Yeah. Seems
So,
fair.
first let's talk about Gotenks. That event is kind of fundamentally screwed up in the way that the game works.
I can't beat it.
So he cycles every 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
That kind of destroys Kaioken mechanics as a whole, because if you didn't already know this, Kaioken mechanics don't carry over when phase shifts happen.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they don't carry over, that's why it sucks. That's why they're terrible cards.
Oh, I never knew that. That does
Yeah,
suck.
so like when it shifts phase and he becomes base or Super Saiyan, and you don't keep your boost, you go back to normal. And of course, he doesn't keep any debuffs, so you can't super seal him and then carry it over, and you can't stun him and carry it over.
I noticed that right away.
Yeah. But of course, the one thing that it does keep is it does keep the counter on Super Saiyan 3, Goku, and Vegeta. So if you go over their 7 turns, even if it phase shifts, it doesn't matter. You're out of luck. I don't know why that's the only thing that keeps track between phases, but it is.
So
Yeah, the game that. Yeah, go ahead.
they've basically made an event that you can't really reliably stun, you can't reliably seal, you can't use Kaioken to make the extremely long fight potentially slightly shorter if you have like the intelligent Gohan that actually has that mechanic as a unit.
Yeah, just lost Foley.
We did. Well, hopefully he'll come back soon.
Yep, we'll keep going.
Keep going. Where was I? You can't keep on reusing someone like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which would be really helpful in this fight.
Yeah. Yes.
And also the rates are kind of low. So just every single thing about Gotenks is
It's kind of low. They cut the rates by like 2%.
kind of low. Come on.
They cut them by a quarter.
I did
Oh,
7
that's terrible.
summons, and I got all R's. So
Yep.
I feel great.
Rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't think Pento wants to talk about how many summons he did.
Uh, like, probably over 1K stones on multiple accounts, not a single Gotenks.
I hope you're looking forward to this, Coenl.
After the Gogeta banner, I can't wait for all the super hyped cards that I won't get.
That's the moral of playing this game. Is like never get too excited for anything because life will let you down. That's what Dokkan teaches you.
It is. It's a nice,
Boy.
it's supposed to be an escape, but it's like it teaches me life lessons every week.
I want it to be at my funeral and lower my casket so it can let me down one last time.
I haven't
That
pulled
would
a
be too
Dokkan
expensive
unit
though.
in
What?
at least 2 months.
You haven't pulled a Goku?
I haven't pulled a Dokkan Fest unit in over 2 months now.
Damn.
2 months
So-
is only 2 Dokkan Fests ago though.
It's even so, there's so many units.
If you count the ones
It's
that are like...
it's like 2.
So you haven't pulled one since Beerus?
I actually didn't pull one on Beerus either.
So what's the last one you
I
got?
think
Super Saiyan
the
3
last-
Vegeta?
No, Gogeta on the banner during.
Oh, you're
Oh,
talking
man.
about the filler ones, the extra ones.
Yeah, like in May or something. Oh
No.
God.
Well, hey, you pulled Gogeta just in time for him to not be super broken anymore.
Oh God.
I had
That's
no
a whole
idea.
nother can of worms, though.
Yeah, it is. I had no idea that the Gotenks fight was that kind of broken. I knew there was something wrong with it just because it took such a long ass time to actually finish, and I don't think I've seen anyone actually beat it with a rainbow team.
Kid Fox did, but I mean, I'm not using Super Boo and Piccolo. I'll just use Vegito and win, so it's fine.
Oh, that's the other thing. I had no idea that there were actually units that did more damage.
Yeah, that one wasn't really as publicized as the other ones were. Like all the other ones in there. I mean, maybe it was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even read the news column for this fight.
No, well, I did, and I looked through it.
There are no
because,
images.
Yeah, there was no images at the end.
Oh, it didn't show like
just-
units that got it.
No.
It just says like use Piccolo or Boo units.
Well, it's only Piccolo and Super Boo, right? Like it's not even all Boos. It's just the one that he fought.
You can't
Yeah,
even
right.
Use,
It's only-
you can't even use Bukalo?
Nope.
What? That's like both of them.
Oh boy.
Too much of a good thing. Can't do it.
Apparently not. What does this mean for the things going forward after Gotenks?
Well, first of all, it's just apparently they're just shoveling out these leaders like as fast as they can. Because I kind of thought there would be a little bit of a break in between, just for everyone to kind of settle in.
Like the nuke
But no,
leaders?
we're up to the third leader that that destroys the game. Yeah, because the nuke leaders had a big gap
Yeah.
in between them. Like it was a long time
Yeah,
between
I mean-
ROF2 and what was it, the GT3 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you look at Gogeta, who kind of destroyed the mechanics of the game for a while, they didn't really release another card like that for 6 whole months.
Yeah,
now
for
they're
6
just
months.
bang, bang, bang.
They didn't even
With these cards.
release another +3 until Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which was like, what was it? Gohan first.
Ultimate Gohan
Ultimate
came
Gohan
It was
first.
Gohan, yeah.
And not counting Maju, obviously, but still, it took them a bit to release something that was even half as good as that leader skill.
Yeah, it was 2 months because you guys had full power Frieza before Gohan.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Global will get it a little faster because they're kind of shuffled up.
Yeah, and then so now we've got the tech one. So I can only assume that the intelligence and the strength one are coming fairly soon. Hopefully it's the intelligence one first so everyone can skip that one and then we can wait on the strength one.
I'll laugh. I'll laugh if they make the Super Saiyan 4 duo and then Vegeta is the int one and
Okay.
Goku is the strength one.
That's
And
exactly
Gogeta
what
is
it's going to be.
Rainbow.
Oh,
They're actually going to
they
introduce.
know what they're doing. They'll drop the rate back to 3%. They'll be like, good luck, suckers.
That's pretty much what they did with Gotenks. What was it, like 6.4% or something like that was what it said?
Yeah.
Probably.
Coming off at like an 8.1% banner, we dropped down to 6.4 for Gotenks. I was right. I called it, by the way. Anytime Bandai advertises their own cards, it's going to be a nightmare trying to get it. I was completely right.
It's because they know.
If Bandai releases and hypes up their own card, it's over. You're not going to get it. It's not happening.
That's why that fusion card was free.
Oh, yeah. Yamhan?
Yeah,
Yamahan.
Yamaha.
Yamhan slash Tiensha, whichever version you
language
prefer.
you speak.
They even had him in the Gogeta pose. Do you think that's like to mock everyone that they didn't pull him?
I assume that's the point, yeah. Just to be like, haha, here, you didn't get him, you can have this. You can have this thing instead.
Oh god.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know what, because if the next Dokkan, well, they did the same thing, something similar. Like, remember when all the Dokkan Festival units were +3 key to one type, and then like Physical Boo came out and he was like 50% attack or something, and it was completely
Yeah, he was completely different.
Yeah, he was completely different and just didn't end up working with anything. That was the unfortunate part. It was that I was looking forward to him, and then he came out and he wasn't that useful.
And they never ended up doing a +3 intelligence lead, right?
Gohan.
Gohan eventually.
Oh, okay.
But Janemba came out first, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janemba came out and he wasn't that.
Yeah, I guess because if you made him that in the same like banner, sort of banner, because their banners ran at the same time,
Yeah.
as Gogeta, no one would pull for him because he's just a shittier version of Gogeta in that case.
Yeah.
But yeah, the intelligence mystic Gohan is the +3 to intelligence units. It's just not really that useful to get now because Gogeta.
Yeah.
Alright, so do you think they'll rush the strength one out first because it's more hyped and they'll just get more money that way? Or you think they're gonna hold it off?
I think they hold it.
I think they'll hold it off, and they'll bring out like a unit with like his leader skill will be as bad as hits. Like it won't be the same as hits, but it'll be such a terrible Dokkan Fest leader skill. It'll be like, ugh.
25%
I
attack
bet
down.
you.
Well, it's
I
funny that we
forgot.
mentioned the nuker units, and the leads that we have right now are the same types as the nukers that we got first. So we didn't get the intelligence or the strength nuke leader for a long time, and now those are the two leaders that we're missing for the mono leads. So maybe they will wait.
Oh,
Hmm.
probably yeah.
That would make sense. Oh, yeah. I didn't really realize that till just now.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be waiting for months to get our GT3 banner with its like 4% rates.
And then we wait 2 months for it to come back with 6%.
Yeah, with double the rates that it had before.
Yeah. This is now just making me sad. Let's move on.
Yeah. So the Vegito versus Gogeta feud has sparked back up recently.
Oh yeah, that's circle jerk. We're
Yeah,
back in it, boys.
we thought we got away, but now we're back.
What changed?
I don't even. Well, I know that a few YouTubers were starting to yank the Gogeta side back into prominence a little bit. Like, I really like this guy again. He's super good. And then everyone was like, you know what? They're right. He is super good. And unfortunately, he's not really number one still. I can't think of a nice way to say it that won't make people mad.
He's still number one in our global hearts.
He's always going to be the unit you pick if you just want a face roll, because he requires no thought.
I don't know though, because Vegito, I just put him in front of wherever the boss is, and then I tap the screen until the turn
Yeah,
is
but
over.
you have to actually like place your units.
That's
and,
true. I do have to move
Take a
my units
team
around.
that complements his leader skill.
I have to
Like
move
Gogeta, you just
away.
pick 6 guys.
That is true, to be fair. Especially since a lot of them are just over in the flash units. You don't really even need that much key. Just like get 3 along the way.
Yeah, as far as this debate goes, I don't know what is left to say. Like, it's
Listen,
starting to
just
look like
because
it's
we
one of those
have an
things where it doesn't
Infinity
matter.
Sword-
Say it again, Coley.
Oh, I was gonna say, just because we have an Infinity Sword +1 doesn't mean your Infinity Sword sucks. I think you said that, Zenrot. In
Yeah, I
mod
mean,
chat.
yeah, it's
It's
definitely
still
not
a
like.
great unit. It's just
Yeah.
that we just had one that just overshadows it because, one, it takes hold of a really, really good character type, agility, and it's Vegito. What else are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, we have 3 that are better than him now. Not to rub salt into the salty wounds, but Broly and Gotenks absolutely are as well.
Ew, Broly. Ew.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like that he's good, but unfortunately,
It's
that's the world that we're in
17
right now.
lines.
I actually keep kind of forgetting that Broly is a unit that we have. Like
That sounds like a wonderful world to live in.
Like he's top 3. I'm always thinking like, oh man, Vegito and Gotenks. I can't wait to see who was the physical oh wait, Broly's there. Yeah, to a certain
We
extent,
need a
like
good villain.
we need a good villain. Oh yeah, Apparently, Bandai got the message and decided that Broly will be the only good villain from here on out.
That's because he's a Saiyan. They
He gets
can't
those
make a bad
Saiyan.
Saiyan.
You can.
What
We
about
just need
Vegeta?
more evil Saiyans.
There's,
Vegeta.
Vegeta can be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, he gets shafted all the time. So he has 2 god forms with a supreme attack multiplier and one Super Saiyan form to Super Saiyan 2. And that's it. Out of all the cards. The rest are either huge or
His
just
Super Saiyan
extreme.
3 has it.
I forgot about it, man. So I just don't use it anymore, so I completely forgot. Alright, you have him as well, I guess. But just to go off for a small tangent, do you think we will ever receive Dokkan forms for already transcendent UR cards? Because Int Perfect Cell is a TUR form. I'm sorry to everyone that loves him, but he sucks so bad.
Nobody
He is-
loves him.
they love his art.
You say
Yeah, his art is good, but no, who out there is defending Int Perfect
I have.
Cell?
I've had at one time I had 3 people on my Japan friend list use Int Perfect Cell as their leader. Alright, some people have a little bit of love for him. I'm just saying, one day, by the time we reach October, he will be so overshadowed, everyone will forget he's even a TUR.
I think we've already
Always
hit
good.
that point.
I'm still waiting for him to drop down to B tier, just to see
He
if
could reasonably. He's god awful.
his passive is just not good. But if they made him an LR, what would be the point? He would just go to S?
50% attack and defense at turn start.
What if they make it 400% attack and def at start? What about
Well, he would be very good in that instance because that's a very big number.
Give him over in a flash.
that? Why? He had,
Why
he's
not?
had, one of the longest fights.
We'll just his LR will be that fat cell.
How do we not have that card yet? That's a good point.
I'm still waiting for Candy Vegito.
Yeah, we still need Candy Vegito, Fat Cell. That's about it. half.
What
half
about
Wuhan.
what about
Wuhan.
what about the Super Boo who's midway to Kid Boo? He's screeching him. No, not Fat Boo. We have Fat Boo.
Fat
I'm
Boo
saying
with a
fat,
handsome face.
muscular Boo.
The
Yeah,
one, the
Buffalo.
South Kai Boo, where he's ripped as shit.
Oh yeah, that him.
Yeah, we need him.
I'm still waiting on him, and his links will just be I don't know,
God.
infighter
Cowards.
by default.
So
Strongest duo on Earth.
is Gotenks the only card of any significance from the DBZ that's not in the game at this point?
Boo Tanks is in the
Gotenks.
game. Buhan is
He's an
not.
SR.
Wuhan, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Oh, Wuhan.
But yeah, Boo Tanks is an SR, so there's that.
He's gotta.
Can't wait
Dokkan
for him
into
to
an
be really
SSR.
subpar.
If he doesn't Dokkan into an SSR, I will literally go to Bandai's office and set it on fire. Along with a message, along with just a picture of the SR Trunks and Goten the Dokkan into Gotenks. And they will know.
I think, do you remember when everyone was saying, when you awaken or Dokkan awaken a card, they never go into a new form? Gotenks, with these new instant tech forms, are the first cards to do that, as far as I'm aware.
Well, no, not
No,
for.
all the farmable stuff
no.
is
Yeah.
Dokkaned
Well,
into different
yeah.
forms. Like Fat Boo went to Super Boo, and
First form, final form,
Broly
Frieza.
goes
It's
Bro,
the
they got
pullable
not-
ones that never
but not-
Dokkan into anything.
Yeah, the pullable one. So I'm thinking,
ETURs don't do it.
Yeah.
The only SSR that Dokkans into a completely different card is that final form Frieza. And he Dokkans into
The golden,
another... Yeah, it's a golden Frieza. Which he just turns into
oh,
the
and
other one.
and
Go ahead.
SR physical Super Saiyan Goku. He turns
Yeah,
into a
so
god.
Super Saiyan God.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but he's an SR.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that Gotenks just gets a Dokkan in the Buhan event that I'm sure we're going to get eventually, right? Bandai?
He loses
gonna happen?
over.
It's inevitable.
It's gotta happen at some point.
He lose over in a flash and trade it in for I don't know.
Fusion
Strongest to
Fighter.
honor us.
Fusion Fighter.
I don't know, if he loses over in a flash and gets Shocking Speed and Fusion Warrior, he's better than he was before.
Okay, fair point.
Mm,
I would I would love for him to have his Kamikaze Boo.
What if he gets Namekians because Piccolo is a part of him? He needs the Namekia link. It's important.
It links with all
You
those
say
Piccolo
he.
cards.
And Nail.
And Nail, never forget.
Right.
Vet-
Every Piccolo card after the Frieza saga should have Fusion Fighter because he's fused with a nail.
Technically, he should have it regardless, shouldn't he? No, he's not a fusion until Nails enters his body. I don't think it's really
Yeah.
a fusion. I think he just absorbs him.
Yeah, it's more of a cell kind of thing
Yeah.
than a
Yeah,
fusion.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the
But
important
like he
thing
does say,
the important thing to remember is
no.
Vegito's just better than Gogeta. Drop that shit.
Yeah, that really is pretty much just the summary of it. Like, get over it. It's done. It's happened, and you need to move on. Anyway, let's switch over to global now. Now that everyone's pissed at us.
And then we pissed off everyone for saying, let's talk about Gogeta versus Vegito, fucking off for like 20 minutes, and then just saying, you're dumb.
Sucks balls.
Anyway, so the global metagame right now, we've vaguely touched on it in like every episode and just failed in finishing the discussion
Would
because we don't
you-
know.
Yeah. So now we will have
But
an actual talk about global.
yeah. So where is it right now? It's just it's Gogeta and then
It's Gogeta and yeah, I mean if you were thinking of just a team, it'd be something like Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, the agility one, full power Frieza, and then you'd just be kind of picking because those are the three big time over in a flash cards we have. You'd probably include maybe the strength Super Saiyan God because you'd probably be doing some sort of ready for war slash over in a flash hybrid. So maybe Super Saiyan God and physical Gotenks and Vegito if you had to do a rainbow team, I guess, something along those lines. I guess you still don't have a tech in that situation. There's no good tech cards.
well, Vegito. He's like the only one right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine Vegeta.
it just doesn't hit very hard. I mean,
No, he's
Yeah,
terrible.
definitely.
Until he gets an AoE, and then he's okay for like one period of time.
For like 3 days a month. He's good, yeah.
Well, 5 in global.
That's true. Global likes their tournaments slow and easy.
yeah, I do. It's nice. I would never place if I played Japan World Tournaments. I would never get top 10. Okay, I just don't have. I can't do that much in 3.5 days or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're brutal. Like I'll play the entire time and I'll place like top 6K, and then I'll go into like the Discord chat and everyone's like, "Yeah, I didn't feel like playing today, so I dropped to 2K from 1.5." I was like, "What the f-? Man? This is the worst thing." So yeah,
Yeah.
Place
Yeah,
in the
global
top
is. I mean,
5 or top 8.
for global, you can, if you really grind hard the first 2 days or so, you can almost entirely coast on natural stamina for there. from there. This last one was sort of the exception to the rule. It got a little. I probably played it a little too safe. I ended up well within the top 10K, but it was usually the top 10 is somewhere in the 16 million range, and this one was closer to 17. I want to say it was like 16 and a half. It looked like it was going to get to like 17 million plus, and then the last few hours of the tournament really died. I don't know if that was just East Coast people going to bed or what, but yeah, they're nice compared to Japan. It's much easier to get top 10K. I know some people hate it because they hate the 5 days, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds nice.
It does. That's one of the reasons I don't mess with the Japanese World Tournament anymore. Mainly because at a certain point I got tired of not pulling anything from my DB tickets. But
Oh,
also
Lord.
because like 3 days to get 80 wins, and then I'd get around maybe 40, and then I go like, I don't really care anymore, and then I'd stop.
Yeah, I mean, the way the global tournaments, you can get 80 wins. It's like, you need like 16 a day or something like that, and it's still a lot. I mean, a big commitment, but 16 wins in a day is 3 hours, less than that with a good team.
God, it's 26 a day in Japan.
Right, that's brutal.
Even
'Cause that's
when-
just like all your free time, essentially.
Yeah, it's really bad. Then you have to actually find something to watch during that time as well.
And then you have to make the decision of, do I use these tickets or do I not? Because I'm just going to pull shit, and the banner never updates, ever.
Japan.
So, I swear to God, when it comes to pulling, like, World Tournament is like Bizarro World, where everyone in Global is just like, I'm throwing every ticket into the wind, and I'm getting all this awesome shit. And Japan players are like, it's my 98th Bojack, and the banner still hasn't had any new stuff in it, and I'm still getting more Bojacks.
I've had some good. The last couple tournaments had been good to me. I pulled Ultimate Gohan from like 2 or 3 tournaments ago, and Super Saiyan 2 adult Gohan recently, even though he's not nearly as good now that Gogeta's out. But this one was for dupes from hell, so I feel your pain.
Yeah, I haven't pulled a new unit out of that banner since the very first tournament that it had the new banner.
Damn.
So since the anniversary.
Yep.
So 6 months for you.
Yep.
That's fun.
No. It is a nightmare.
Were you able to get Kami, Coenl?
Yes, his rate was insane, and I burned.
Everyone got Kami.
I don't save those tickets or anything because, like, I don't know. I'm good at saving stones. I am not good at saving those World Tournament tickets for anything like that. So I only had because they were giving out silver tickets in place of the usual gold DB tickets for like the 40 and 60 win plateaus.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't pull there weren't nearly as many DB pulls as there had been, but I still got him. Yeah, it felt like everyone got him. I know there was a.
You see the guy in the Discord chat that got 3 of him?
Well, there was a guy on the sub that actually posted his video because he had 57 DB Saga pulls saved up. And I think he got his Kami to like SA 5 or 6 in there. He also got Kid Goku and the evil Piccolo, so it wasn't total or the tech Piccolo. I don't know what you call him.
Yeah, it was the young
Young
evil,
King Piccolo?
Yeah, there you go. Guess not a total loss, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy with that. That's more than I've gotten over the 8 world tournaments now.
I have
Meanwhile,
this...
I have never pulled a DBSSR. Never. Not once.
It's impressive.
It makes me
Never
feel better.
happened.
If it makes you feel any better, they're all shit, so...
They are.
I
I
recently
pulled
got...
the Kid Goku.
Which one? Which Kid
I
Goku?
pulled the Strength one. I've pulled the Physical Kame, and I've pulled the Int old King Piccolo.
I have...
So I'm missing all those new ones.
I have Kami, and I recently got on the same banner that had the new Ape Kid Goku. I got the Strength Kid Goku, and I looked at him. I'm like, "You were too late, bro." I wanted you so bad, and then the new one came out, and then now you show your face to me.
That's alright, I can one up that. I have the strength one and Kami, and then on the banner where the new Piccolo and Goku came out, I pulled a dupe of the strength Goku.
That's bad.
Yeah, it was not fun. He went Super Saiyan 3, and I got so excited, and then I just looked at that little asshole in the face as he's on his fucking cloud. I just put the game down for a little while.
The game just etches into your player profile when 3 enemies.
I mean, I pulled 4 or 5 strength-based Gotenks cards from the Gotenks banner.
Yeah, I mean, if you
All do.
once you pull 1,000 cards though, that
It wasn't 1,000 cards, it was a
I know.
1,000 stones.
I know. It felt like 1,000 cards listening to you in
God
chat.
damn it.
Every couple of seconds. Oh, hype! No!
Every morning I would wake up because you're whatever hours ahead of me, and you'd just be bitching about whatever you pulled recently for like 4 straight days. That's what I would wake up to in chat.
It was pretty entertaining, though. It taught me not to pull.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man, whenever I'd open up, it'd be like 8 a.m. and I'd be like, oh, what's going on? I go into chat and Penta's just spamming chat like, Super Saiyan 3, hype, hype, hype. Dude, Gotenks. Oh, I feed off of his disappointment. I feed off it. I can't sleep without it, man.
So global.
Yes, global. What other stuff did you want to talk about?
Let's figure out where that one came from. So we're talking about Global's World Tournament. You're talking about the current team that's good in Global, which is Full Power Frieza, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3, Agility, Goku. Alright, that's where we left off.
Yeah, and I was saying that to round that out, you'd probably pick some. I mean, if you had to go Rainbow, you'd be looking at some sort of Ready for War trio
Yeah.
that could pair with them fairly well.
Well, this
At this
Gohan
point-
banner is going to be interesting because it's kind of shift. This is when the game starts shifting away from Ready for War for a little while.
Right.
Because you get Gohan with the shocking speed, then pretty soon you'll get the Over in a Flash Vegeta, and then shocking speed again with Beerus. So then the game kind of shifts into an Over in a Flash shocking speed hybrid, and that also boots out the strength Super Saiyan God for a little bit. For like one banner, but still.
Yeah, there's this brief period of time where he's not the best Super Saiyan God, and then it comes back around.
It comes full circle immediately with Vegito that we're back now.
Right, but
Well,
and
We're back with
in Japan,
Agile.
I would say the agility one is the best one right
yeah,
now.
baby. Been with him for 6 months. Been fucking waiting for him to go back to number 1.
he's always good though. I mean, he's never.
No, he's never been
Because-
bad.
Yeah, he's got to be one of the longest like standing good units. It's him and the Strength Super Saiyan 3 have been usable units for a year in Japan now.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. And the Strength Beerus came out at the same time, and he's good too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
never been useless. Yeah.
The tour certainly helped him out.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
all right, so how about Global is changing banner order again?
Yeah, so that was interesting. I put something up on the sub yesterday because there was this myriad of people trying to figure out when stuff was coming, and if you can kind of scroll through, you can use our search utility, and then like pair it up with DB space banners from the Japan side to kind of figure out when stuff came out in Japan because I don't have my memory exactly right, but we post guides usually 2 or 3 days after the event comes out. So really, you just have to find the guide for the event to figure out when it came out, and then you pair that with the banners. Anyway, so the next banner that was supposed to come out on Global was either going to be the the GT banner is coming soon with the GT event, or the Ultimate Gohan, but they skipped about a month and a half ahead for the Super Saiyan 2 Saiyan Man and the was it Super Saiyan 2
Trunks.
Teen Trunks? Is that who that is?
I think
Yeah.
that's Trunks.
Yeah. It's
It's
Trunks.
a
I just wasn't
future
sure what version of
Oh.
Super Saiyan he is.
Oh,
And
you mean hashtag is canon now, Trunks?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my
Um,
favorite one, just because of that reason.
But it's definitely odd because that banner came out after the Majin Vegeta and Majin Buu Tour event, which is still probably at least a month and a half away for global. So I don't know if they just felt like they needed to fill a gap right now and put that banner out. I don't remember if it came out with anything in Japan at all, like if it lined up with anything.
No,
Not with any event or anything.
No.
So I guess they felt like it was the easiest thing to shift up. But I never understand this. I don't know why we're still talking about this since it's obviously never going to happen, but this idea that global is going to somehow catch up to Japan anytime soon when we take a full week basically to do the Vegeta Super Strike right now.
Yeah, I don't really see that happening. But then again, that's a good thing. You want a consistent pace, because if Global starts catching up with Japan, then you're going to have like, hey, here's a Dokkan Fest. Hey, 2 weeks later, here's another one. Hope you still have some stones. Also,
Yeah.
by the way, there's 4 Super Strikes and
too
3
much
World
work
Tournaments
for
in a
me.
month. Like,
Yeah, even if you kept the world tournaments the same, you start stacking all the Super Strikes, and even Japan at this time, like right after the anniversary, the events were coming out fast and furious, and generally speaking, I think Japanese games tend to be a little more hardcore than their English counterparts about grinding, and if you started to speed up that pace, you're asking all but your like most hardcore people to kind of not complete a lot of stuff, basically. Especially
just
once you
to pick and
enter
choose.
the gym grind, because to get those 777 stone SSRs is just a nightmare with all the other stuff going on.
Oh, you're talking about Gohan and Goku. I thought you were talking about LR Goku's 777 medals, and I
God,
almost
no.
just hung up the podcast right here.
That's another
I don't
thing
ever want to
entirely.
acknowledge that exists ever again.
I'll actually be interested to see if Global keeps that number, because they won't have the explicit reason for it to be 777. And they probably will, because they just don't change things very often.
Yeah, I would imagine they will.
But
But
know,
if you
there's
wanted,
sometimes they're
I was gonna say, if you wanted me to stop playing Japan, if you said LR Goku only needed 7 medals, like I'll dump my Vegito account right now and start up a global.
I could see it being 500 instead of 777 or something like that, but it wouldn't be 100, right?
No, it's probably
Yeah.
too low a cost for what is basically a slightly stronger Gogeta, or stronger Gogeta.
Depends, really, who you're talking.
In the right
Stronger,
builds,
but
yeah.
not better.
Asterisk stronger than Gogeta unit.
Yeah, more powerful in the right conditions, but
Yeah.
probably not as useful overall.
He's not as universally useful, but he definitely has a much higher, like over twice as high ceiling.
Right.
Yeah, his
Right.
beat stick is much bigger.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see where Global goes from here. I think we'll almost certainly get Ultimate Gohan sometime in the next couple weeks, and probably
He's translated.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's in the files.
And I also think the new story event cards are all translated as well, and
Yeah.
even I want to say one of them, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is even active. So
He's the one that's translated wrong, right? He's listed under
Yeah,
the
Super
Super
Saiyan
Saiyan Gohan. Yeah.
he's listed as Super Saiyan, which God willing they'll fix, because otherwise he's just another Super Saiyan Gohan. We already have one.
Yeah.
And he's into.
Yeah, he's also in.
Technically,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. What about physical
So-
Gohan?
So I don't know which of those two will be first, but both of those are coming probably in the next 2 weeks, because usually Global puts its usually the global Dokkan Fests are about middle of the month, and then the world tournaments are at the end of the month. So
I wonder if there's something weird in global with getting GT stuff, because they skipped the first GT banner for like a month and a half past where it was supposed to be.
I don't know why. I am curious how they'll do stuff when we get to where you guys are now with the super content, right? And the stuff that's like straight spoilers for an English audience. I mean, will they care? Will they assume their audience is hardcore enough to know what that stuff is?
Well, it depends on when you think it's going to come, because if it's going to take them 6 months to catch up with us, I think the Battle of the Gods arc will probably start airing in English by then.
One could hope.
Interesting.
Yeah, they've already started recording it, and even the voice actor put up an image on Instagram. So I'm thinking maybe Octoberish this year we might see an announcement about the dub. I don't know.
They still have to delay it massively. I mean, even if it started airing over here, that's still 2 months of episodes before they'd get to
more than that.
Yeah, before they'd get anywhere close to the current arc. And I don't think I think they're lazy. I think they'll just translate it and put it out. But it will be interesting to see. I mean, they're not going to make new content for global, right? The only other thing they could do is do like they did with the Gogeta and just sort of keep pushing it back and move in other Japan stuff. But I think the only way they do that is if there was a definitive timeline for when Super was going to be here.
Yeah.
If Super's getting an English translation in 5 months, maybe they do push that event out 5 months just because.
Man, that will be terrible, because then the meta will be even further advanced, and then you'll get that awful banner that sucks.
And then
it would totally be about liking the cards at that point.
It already is in Japan.
Right.
It'll be even worse.
Man, if you thought Hit was bad in Japan, just wait till everything else comes out.
I don't think, even if Global skips it completely, I don't think the banner would be missed at all.
The banner wouldn't, but I mean, I want to play the story event. I kind of want that Kaba.
Yeah, Kaba's good.
Kaba's good, yeah.
I didn't even farm him, I completely forgot to farm him, and I was like, oh, balls. The event's passed. He's like SA4. I've just gone, suck it, who cares? His arm's spindly anyway, he's probably weak. Oh man, I regret it really badly. Does he have prepared for battle?
No.
No, he just has
he sucks balls then, why do I care?
He probably just has the tournament link, whatever it is.
Universe
6.
Oh yeah, Universe 6.
Universe 6 and a bunch of Saiyan links.
So he pairs with the shitty Universe 6 cards.
He's got Golden Warrior, he's okay.
Yeah, and now with
with
Gotenks out, he probably hits like a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
You know what? That would be
really... I don't have him.
If you wanted a really good World Tournament team to just kind of laugh at, if you saw the Universe 6 roll up on you...
They'll probably put it in you guys' next World Tournament, right?
There's not 6 of them yet, I don't think.
Just fill in with Majub.
There's got to be 6.
Majub bits.
There's 6 if you count Base and Super Saiyan Kaba as different characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goku, Vegeta, Frost. Oh wait, am I doing spoilers right now?
Goku and Vegeta fight for the other side.
Yeah, Goku and Vegeta are not not Universe 6's team.
There's only 5 fighters on each side.
Yeah,
so unless
Vegetto,
and they didn't put out Kaba or Champa or Vados. So.
Yeah. I imagine they'll have it too when they come out.
Goku and Vegeta have Resurrection of F. That's the
Which,
side
of course, the greatest link.
The only link that the Super Saiyan Blues will ever have is that one link. Doesn't matter.
It's so bad, and they keep forcing it down so hard.
And it makes no sense anymore.
Yeah, this was for an arc of Super that took place after Resurrection F ends. It takes place like a long time after the Resurrection of F arc is over, and they still haven't.
I hope Goku Black gets Resurrection of F.
Technically, his body was in that arc.
No, it wasn't. It's been dead.
Shh.
Think.
They don't know that.
To be fair, we don't know that either, actually.
Yeah, fair point. I'm just speculating here.
We should
Listen.
probably mention for global players, though, Super Saiyan 2 Saiyaman is kind of really, 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 really good.
He's great, and
Yeah.
he's got ready for war and shocking speed. So
Yeah, you should probably consider maybe going for... He's honestly one of the cards I would say is the highest priority for the next few months.
and he's. I mean, the rates suck, but there's the 30 discount banner. I'd consider using. I mean, I pulled on it and I bobbed the entire banner for the entire pull. I looked at it, it was so bad. I don't even remember the best. The best card might have been Krillin. It was like Krillin and Towser and the Brawly's boss guy. What's his
His
name?
dad?
Yeah.
Paragus.
Yeah, and a bunch of R's. I just looked at it and was like, I'm just sending this thing straight to Baba. I'm not even.
What the hell is a Towser?
Bowser.
He's Bowser, yeah.
He's the French one from Cooler Squad. The one
Yeah.
that sounds
Bowser?
like really bad French.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy
Space
from.
French.
I thought it was.
Anyway, the rates are terrible, but for 30 stones, it's not a bad pull.
Yeah, because I mean, he stays good the entire time. He's incredible in the shocking speed, like over in a flash kind of hybrid metagame that's out. Because
Yeah.
he can bridge Gogeta, and he can bridge Gogeta with shocking speed units because he has ready for war. And then when it shifts to the mono color, he's pretty much a staple on the mono physical teams. So he's still top tier and will be for a long time.
Yeah, he's easily one of the 5 best, regular SSRs in global
for sure.
right now.
He's probably top 5 regular SSRs in Japan right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would argue it's worth pulling on even with 5% rates, just because you're not going to get him featured very often. And for all we know, global rates are going to be garbage until the next, anniversary celebration.
Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll
does,
go up. They'll go up in 6 months, but there's no guarantee that they're going up between now and then.
There is one other banner that he is featured in, though. It's when the Tech Bardock and the Int Super Saiyan Goku come out. Him and Trunks come back, and they're featured on that banner again.
Oh,
But that banner also sucks, so,
I was trying to think of why would Saiyaman be in there, and then I remembered why.
Because it's a Super Saiyan banner?
Oh, it's Super Saiyan. I thought you said he was in the Beerus banner. My bad.
No, he's in the Super Saiyan Bardock and Super Saiyan Goku banner that comes out.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said he was in the Beerus banner. I was like, oh, wow, that's a funny little thing to put in there.
No, not in the Beers banner.
Okay, my bad.
But he will be featured again if you want to wait and try then. But 30 stones, I mean, maybe you take a swing at it anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean,
worth
unless
the
you're
risk.
a hardcore free-to-play player, I mean, then you should probably not spend stones for 6 months at that point.
Yeah, you should probably just wait until the next big meta shift before you spend anything.
Yeah. Choose your poison, either Super Vegito or that Gotenks. Or Broly, whichever one. He technically is in the Vegito banner, so you probably want to pull there. But
Yeah, I would tell them just burn it all on that Vegito banner. I mean, unless you just love Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
Yeah, and you have a somehow decent tech team, which is pretty hard.
You're much more likely to have a good agility team, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I've got all these good agility units, and now I'm just salivating for Super Vegito, who I won't get, but, in theory, I'd have the greatest team ever if I got him.
Yeah, definitely.
I've still not recovered from not pulling him every night in my dreams. Like, I just see him just appear once and be like, you don't have me, do you, sucker? And it's always before I wake up as well. Oh boy.
Not as bad as my Gotenks. Gotenks situation.
The white whale that is Dokkan Fest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Zen, I've got to hop off. So, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
You guys have a good one.
Thanks.
you too.
Thanks for coming, Coenl.
Bye.
See you.
See you later.
Peace.
I think we covered
Totally,
basic-
totally drawing him with kids yanking his hair when we do the cover photo. Totally doing it.
Definitely. Oh man. I think that
Oh,
covers
God.
basically everything for this
Yeah,
week,
it's a
right?
bit of a short episode, but we stayed on topic almost the whole time, which is why it's a little shorter. It's still about an hour.
It's still about an hour once you cut some of the me fucking up the beginning or so.
It's about like 50 minutes probably.
Yeah, good
But
amount.
for the most part, yeah. Oh, before we do go, are there any banners you guys feel like global players should really keep an eye on, or you think it's worth spending some stones on before getting to Vegito?
The GT banner with Strength, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, you definitely want him. Because Strength is just like a really good part for nuking. Especially, well, not especially, but once you get Gotenks, you can kind of nuke. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
there's Spirit Bomb Goku also.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
Or Spirit Bomb. I would say Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Like, it's crazy how helpful he is in so many ways. Like, he is the reason I was able to get the 77 medals for Super Vegito. Like, his stun.
Yeah, I would say Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta also.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't use him that much, but that's because I'm mainly he doesn't fit into my rainbow team at the moment. But if there was ever a mission where I know I needed the extra defense, definitely just put him in there. He's good. He's good at stuns. He's good at defending. He has good links. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's what, second best tank, you'd say, probably right now?
Yeah, I would say that.
And
He
there's
always
the-
yeah.
There's the Xenotrunks Rebirth banner that in Japan had 2 times rates, but we don't know about global.
Yeah, that's true.
That Xeno banner was awesome.
Yeah, not for me.
Well, not for you.
Not for me.
Yeah, that's a good one to look out for.
I'm the only guy that can do 4 multis on a banner with 11% rates and get 1 SSR out of it, and it's a dupe.
That takes skill.
Yeah, it's a talent. It's a talent of mine to get fucked over by Bandai.
Oh God.
What about
Sorry.
you? Ron? Are you also down for this? You're saying look out for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta?
Yeah, I would go for Vegeta as well, because even then in his banner you've got Super Saiyan Goten, who's a great card for Super Vegito teams anyway. So it's kind of a win-win unless you get Trunks.
Then you can wait for Broly.
Yeah, Trunks is okay in Broly teams.
Yeah. But-
And plus the other SSRs in his banner from Dokkan festivals are Goku and Janemba, who are both really good. It's not like he's stuck with Cell and Boo or anything like that. So
That's true. Fair point.
who Penta? What do you got? What's your banner? The Xeno Trunks ones you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have bad feelings to that banner and to Coley's GT3 banner. I hate them both. So yeah, I hate them both. I did get Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, but I definitely don't feel like I won that exchange.
You pulled a lot on those,
How?
didn't you?
Uh-huh.
I
After
figured-
a while, it was just like blind rage pulling. After a while, like
Yeah, I think
You went numb.
How many stones was it?
at least like 500.
Still not as bad as my Gotenks.
Yeah, but mine was all on one account.
that's a
Okay.
fair point.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. I swear to
At
God,
least
like
the-
I got him, and then I woke up and looked around, and I was like, "What happened? Where am I?"
At least all my stones on Gotenks were free to play.
Yeah, mine weren't.
Still aren't.
Still aren't. Yeah, because we get like an allowance of, hey, look, here's 3 story stages every like 3 months. So we get
Okay.
that great 1 multi every 3 months. That's all that we get if we want to go free to play over here.
That's why I jump between accounts pretty often.
Yeah.
Just can't stick to one pretty long.
Well, it's kind of getting to the point where the game is so screwed up that you're better off having 20 of the best SSRs than 200 total.
Yeah.
If you don't have those.
Yeah, that's
You know? Is there anything else any of y'all want to touch on while we're here?
I don't think so.
Should
Ooh.
we? Yeah, Toast would be really disappointed if we did not talk about, at least bring up, INS tier.
He's right. You're right. Okay.
I
We
mean,
can
what
bring it
now?
up. You don't know about INS tier, Coley? Impressive ninja skills tier?
Only for cards with the most impressive ninja skills in the game.
Yeah, only the cards with incredibly impressive ninja skills can get into INS tier.
Oh, so we got Murasaki.
Yeah,
Murasaki.
And that's it.
Murasaki
Yeah.
and Murasaki.
technically
Yes.
5 Murasakis because there's 5 of them.
Yeah, remember, Vegito's not broken. He's only overpowered because Murasaki is carrying him with his impressive ninja skills.
Exactly. If you don't have Murasaki, don't even bother running the Vegito team. Like
You
when
don't even, yeah,
Just
don't even
give
use him.
up.
Yeah, you got
Trash
Bardock and
your account.
Gotenks. Whatever, it's useless to you. Here's the
Still your account.
Murasaki, though.
here's the sad thing. Bardock does about as much damage as a Murasaki does when on a Super Vegito team.
It's just so funny to me when people are like, Gogeta teams are better or at least just as good as Vegito teams, and I look over and my ninja Murasaki is supering the god of destruction. He's throwing 3 shurikens at him, and I'm winning the event. And then I just look back to their comment and just kind of hold my head.
They just don't know about these impressive ninja skills.
Yeah, they've never been impressed by these ninja skills yet, and that's why.
That has to be
I
the
mean-
only reason.
Speaking of
Listen,
Murasaki,
if you jump to SA10, you better believe you're gonna be steamrolling even harder than Gogeta. Believe me.
Go ahead, Penta. What were we gonna
Bad
say?
boy Max.
I actually moved Murasaki to S earlier during this podcast. I moved him to S from A.
Well, he had his own tier for a little while that was at the very top of the list.
For a
He
bit.
had impressive ninja skills tier. But we didn't want to make everyone mad by memeing all over the sub with him.
So we're just gonna keep him slowly slinking through the tier list.
Mhm.
Having
I want to make a subreddit event for maybe for Halloween or something where we just hide tiny Murasakis around and give rewards to people that can see through his impressive ninja skills and find him.
Murasaki Eve. I would love it. And then all our, for one day only, I will specifically make tiny flares, which everyone's just wearing the Ninja Murasaki gi. So we only use it for one day, but every bot, even one second.
Oh god.
I think with that, we've now officially touched on everything we need to.
Everything, yeah, we should have just
Yeah.
skipped the whole episode and gone straight to impressive ninja skills, and that would have just been done.
Unfortunately, we had to talk about global. Just wait, in 6 months we can
Yeah.
talk about Murasaki again.
We'll come all the way back around.
We'll just re-release these episodes, but we'll go like, oh man, in Japan and global, man, these global rates are really good.
We'll just
Oh,
release
guys,
the exact
you
same
think-
episode with
Ninja
the Apple
Murasaki.
Auto talk in it.
Exactly. Just like trying to
Oh,
piece
God.
everything together. So Penta, how are you doing? My pulls were Gotenks.
1,000 stones.
500 fucking stones.
and then it won't be able to pronounce the acronyms as like STR. So it'll be like, dupe, stir, Gotenks.
Stir.
That's all it'll be able to read it as.
You have Goggle, Vegito.
What?
Goggle.
Goggle.
Oh god.
All right. Let's actually
All right,
sign off.
Yeah, that's probably a good stopping point. But thanks everyone for tuning into episode 3. Thanks to Coenl for coming on despite his better half and children's wishes.
And thanks for having us actually talk legit about something for a bit until it all went crashing down.
Well, we
at
were
the
done
end.
anyway, so we at least needed to bring up the impressive ninja skills. You can't go a whole episode without talking about it.
It's true. Fair point.
But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everyone for coming on the show, and we will see you next time.
Bye.